Hey, dude. I was watching your video. Thanks for responding. And I actually looked up Gnostic Christianity, and I found out, at least this is what I saw, that Gnostic Christianity, just like you said, is like no difference. I mean, they basically just took everything in the Bible and researched the crap out of it to find the main point of it, like what is sin. They don't just say what is sin. Well, sin's a bad thing that the Bible says not to do. No, they look at what sin is, and I actually looked at the website GnosticChristianity.com. It basically tells you everything about Gnostic Christianity there is, and that's what I found out. I really didn't see that many differences, except what you said about Gnostic Christianity. That about Jesus, Jesus like vanishing off of the cross or something. Okay, if the Bible wanted to say that, it would. If it was something that big. Number one, Jesus couldn't have risen from the dead if he vanished off the cross. Well, he could have, but what I'm saying is he couldn't have risen from the dead in that tomb if he vanished from the cross, because he wouldn't be in the tomb. They wouldn't have took his body to the tomb. Or maybe you'll say, no, he vanished and teleported into the tomb. That don't make any sense, dude. I mean, he could, but the Bible would probably say, thou art Jesus teleport inside tomb. That the Bible didn't say that. And it's the same thing with Jesus having kids too. I mean, something that big, like something Jesus had kids. That's huge right there. And something that big would be in the Bible. I mean, think about it. That they talk about basically every kid that the main family tree goes down. I mean, I'll just be in Genesis and I'll see these giant family trees. Just the son of John, son of John, son of John. And just goes on forever. And if Jesus had any kids, I think the Bible would tell us. But what I'm getting at is I want to get your next part. You believe that Jesus was not on earth. That he wasn't alive. Well, I mean, you can... I mean, even atheists believe that Jesus was on the earth. I know tons of them that believe Jesus was a person because famous writers saw Jesus, like, way back when. They saw Jesus and talked to him. Like on the internet right here, the famous writer Josephus, the famous Jewish historian Josephus, he actually talks about all these other people that he's seen, like in his time, like King Herod and all these other historical characters, biblical characters, my bad, and historical because they're in our history. But anyways, he also talked about Jesus himself and Jesus' brother James because he saw both of them, and that's cool. I mean, you can look up his book online. Well, not online. Maybe. I haven't tried. But I'm pretty sure it's translated. All I know is some people that have read it and told me. These people know Greek, or whatever he translates it in. So, don't really matter. But yeah, Jesus was totally a person. I mean, tons of atheists will agree with me on that one. They just don't believe he was the Christ. He might have been just one of those huge prophets. Like, well, no, he not might have been. I know he was our Christ. But that's what I'm saying. That's what they might believe. That Jesus was some kind of huge prophet. And the thing about, then you came to talk about how, what if this religion's wrong? And that's what you set your soul search on? Okay. The Bible gives us something that no other religions, books give us. The Bible and the Old Testament, which was written before the New Testament, People knew about the Old Testament in Old Testament times when they didn't have the New Testament, but they still had the prophecies that the Old Testament said. And those prophecies were fulfilled in the New Testament. No other religion gives that. No other religion. They basically just say, this is how it happened. The Bible, I mean, they might have a heaven and a hell and a religious book and a God, but no other religion gives us prophecies and gives us evidence. That's basically it. I mean, how are you gonna even think for 1 second that another religion could possibly be the right one? That's a scary thought, isn't it? I mean, if you're a Christian all this time and you think, oh man, what if my religion's wrong? What if I go to another religion's hell, where you just gotta look into all the different religions just like you did, and also look at your religion even more to see what the differences are and what the similarities are and all this other stuff, and see which one fits the best. And I know which one fits the best, and it's called Christianity, not evolutionism. And definitely not atheism, because I still don't see how you can make all this just by a poof. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. That's how it goes down around here in Georgia. So, see you later, man.